Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's that time of year again. And what better way to celebrate than by talking about one of the most iconic Christmas movies ever made, Home Alone. We've all seen it a million times, but I bet there are some behind-the-scenes secrets you've never heard. So grab some hot cocoa, get comfy, and let's dive into 20 facts you probably never knew about Home Alone. First up, did you know the role of Kevin McAllister was written specifically for Macaulay Culkin? Director Chris Columbus still auditioned over 100 other kids just to be sure, but in the end, it was always Macaulay's part. Remember the gangster movie Kevin watches? Angels with Filthy Souls? Well, it's not a real movie. The crew filmed those scenes specifically for Home Alone. The same goes for its sequel, Angels with Even Filthier Souls, in the second movie. Joe Pesci, who played the hot-headed burglar Harry, actually wanted his performance to be genuinely scary for Macaulay. He intentionally avoided him on set so that Kevin's fear of Harry would be more authentic. He even accidentally bit Macaulay's finger for real in one scene, leaving a small scar. That iconic poster with Kevin screaming, hands on his face? It's a parody of the famous painting The Scream by Edvard Munch. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Daniel Stern, who played Marv, agreed to have that tarantula put on his face for one take only. And that blood-curdling scream, he had to mime it. The sound was dubbed in later so they wouldn't scare the spider. Now that's commitment. The part of Harry was originally offered to Robert De Niro, who turned it down. Can you even imagine De Niro as one of the wet bandits? It would have been a very different movie. The McAllister house is a real home located in Winnetka, Illinois. It became a massive tourist attraction after the movie came out, and the family who owned it at the time even received calls from people asking for Kevin. Remember Old Man Marley, the scary neighbor? The character wasn't in the original script. He was added later to give the story a little more heart and a lesson about not judging people by their appearance. John Candy, who played the polka king of the Midwest, Gus Polinski, filmed all of his scenes in just one 23-hour-long day. He also improvised most of his lines, including the one about leaving his own kid at a funeral parlor. The ornaments that Marv steps on were not made of glass. They were actually candy, so it was a bit of a sweet and crunchy fall for Daniel Stern. The movie was originally a Warner Brothers production, but they shut it down over budget concerns. 20th Century Fox swooped in and saved the day, and it went on to become the highest-grossing comedy of all time for years. The snow in the movie wasn't always real. For scenes that needed a winter wonderland on demand, the crew used a mix of potato flakes and other special effects to create the look of falling snow. The talkative cashier who questions Kevin at the store was originally meant to be a much bigger character. She was supposed to be a store detective who relentlessly pursues Kevin, thinking he's a shoplifter, but her scenes were cut. Chris Columbus's first choice for the music was the legendary John Williams. He thought there was no way he'd agree to do it, but he sent him the film anyway. Williams loved it and created that magical, unforgettable score. Kevin's intricate battle plan map was actually drawn by Macaulay Culkin himself. It adds a nice little touch of authenticity from the kid who was living the role. The role of Uncle Frank was played by Gary Bamman, and he was so convincing as the grumpy uncle that people would reportedly stop him on the street just to tell him what a jerk he was to Kevin. The flooded basement scene wasn't filmed in the actual house. That was all done on a set built inside a local high school swimming pool. A bit of movie magic to create that soggy disaster. Believe it or not, Elvis Presley conspiracy theorists claim the king himself made a cameo in the airport scene. They point to a bearded man in the background, but sorry to burst your bubble, it's widely debunked. The film's French title is Maman, je rate l'avion, which translates to Mom, I missed the plane. A little more on the nose than Home Alone, don't you think? And finally, the movie was so incredibly popular that it stayed in the top 10 at the box office for a whopping 12 weeks and even returned to theaters the following year for another holiday run. And there you have it, 20 facts about Home Alone. Did any of these surprise you? Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite movies. See you next time.